One family. Just one family. And their bill £100 million, every single year paid by you. And the British government just made it official. But here's the part nobody is talking about. This number, it didn't just go up. It nearly doubled. In 3 years. Everyone knew the royal family received government money. But nobody, and I mean nobody, knew it had gotten this big. And the way this decision was made? Behind closed doors. 3 people in a room. Prime Minister, a Chancellor, and the King's own personal treasurer. That's it. That's the committee that signed off on £100 million of your money. And now, critics are calling royal finances, quote, out of control. So what is actually going on inside Buckingham Palace's bank account? Stay with me, because this next part is going to change everything you thought you knew. Let's start from the beginning. There's something called the sovereign grant. Think of it as the royal family's official salary from the government. It pays for their official duties. It pays for the upkeep of royal palaces. It covers royal travel, staff, security, everything official. In 2024 to 25, that grant was £51.8 million. Big number. But okay. It existed. People knew about it. Now fast forward to 2027 to 28. That same grant becomes £99.9 million. 3 years. Same grant. Almost double. Do that math again. 3 years. Nearly double. Your taxpayer money. Now, who actually made this decision? This wasn't some shadowy royal decree. It was decided by what's called the Royal Trustees. And those trustees were outgoing Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer, Chancellor Rachel Reeves, and the King's personal treasurer James Chalmers. 3 people. 1 meeting. £100 million. Confirmed. Now where is all this money actually going? The official answer? First, palace maintenance. There's a massive backlog of repairs across occupied royal residences. Buildings that haven't been properly fixed in years. Second, cybersecurity. Royal residences now need serious digital protection, because apparently even kings get hacked. Third, energy-efficient heating systems. And listen to this one carefully. Just to replace the boilers at Windsor Castle alone. £11 million. 1 castle. 1 heating system. £11 million. And what comes next? This is where it gets genuinely complicated. Because here's the twist the headlines aren't fully explaining. The palace is actually calling this a reduction. I know. Hear me out. Back in 2017, Buckingham Palace started a massive renovation. A £369 million overhaul of the entire building. To fund it, an extra temporary uplift was added to the sovereign grant for 10 years. So in 2025 to 26, the total grant including that renovation top-up was £137.9 million. When the renovation wraps up in 2027, that extra portion disappears. And the grant drops to £99.9 million. So technically, on paper, yes, it went down from £137 million. But compare it to the core grant, the baseline funding that existed before all the renovation extras. That was £51.8 million in 2024 to 25. And it's becoming £99.9 million. That's the number that matters. That's your money nearly doubled in 3 years. But wait, there's one more twist. And honestly, this one nobody saw coming. In the middle of all this controversy, something historic happened. For the first time in British royal history, King Charles revealed his personal tax bill. £12.9 million. Paid in taxes. In a single year. Prince William followed. £7.76 million, his personal tax payment, made public for the very first time. Since Charles became king in 2022, he has paid over £30 million in tax. William, over £20 million since becoming Prince of Wales. The palace called it a gesture of transparency, a sign that the monarchy is modernizing, opening up, being accountable, and on the surface, it looks impressive. But here's what makes this so complicated. The same king who is voluntarily revealing his tax bill is the same king whose household is receiving £100 million from the public purse. And the group that campaigns for an elected head of state republic isn't buying it. Their chief executive said, and I'm quoting directly here, "Royal finances are out of control. Parliament needs to act to slash the annual budget to below £10 million. He added, in 2012, the sovereign grant started at £31 million. If it had simply risen with inflation, it would today stand at £45 million. Instead, it's going to £100 million. That's more than double what inflation alone would justify. Remember what I said at the very start? One family, £100 million. Your money. Now you understand the full picture. This isn't just about boilers at Windsor Castle. This isn't just about helicopter rides, though yes, £733,000 was spent on 177 royal helicopter journeys last year. This is about a fundamental question. What is the monarchy actually worth? And who decides? A king who reveals his taxes, but whose institution costs more every year. A government that calls a near doubling of funding a reduction. And a public that's being asked to pay without ever really being asked. So I want to know what you think. Is £100 million a year for the royal family justified? Or is Republic right? Is this genuinely out of control? Drop your answer in the comments, Team Monarchy or Team Republic, and tell me why. Because honestly, the comments on this one are going to be interesting. If this video made you think, hit that like button. It genuinely helps. And subscribe, because we cover stories like this the way they deserve to be covered. See you in the next one.